What's going on, YouTube? I'm so excited to be back with a Hwang game. Hwang, in my opinion, is a gift from the AOE2 gods. Hopefully you haven't been getting sick of him, because he's been playing a lot recently, and I've been uploading a lot recently with him. In case you missed the memo, Hwang plays only Hun Wars, and what he tends to do is make a bunch of militia, and he won't stop at 3, sometimes he won't stop at 5. I've seen him get above 10, but anyways, he goes for a drush into a crazy fast castle attempt, and then he also goes for a sneak, like a 4 villager on a hill or something. His opponent in this video is Ink. Ink is an almost 2K United States player, but you'll see there's about a 250 points difference. But anyways, props to Ink and anybody else who plays Hwang, because you kind of know what he's going to do, but sometimes it can be crazy just how good he is with it. Now, I wanted to ask you guys at the start of this video if you would have interest in seeing me play Hwang, because semi-recently I uploaded a game, or 2 games actually, where I played Noboru, and Noboru likes his villager rush. So if you have interest, let me know in the comments. But anyways, let's talk briefly about the map and get into the thick of things here. Now, I'm currently away from streaming. I actually, it's such a weird thing. I'm so obsessed with making content that I don't know how to take breaks. And so when you're watching this, I'll actually be away from streaming for a little over a week because I'll be at TwitchCon. But I really hope you guys enjoy these uploads because these games are all quality. Let's start with the gold positions for Hwang. Actually, you know what? Let's not even. Let's talk about the important things that he needs. He needs 1 gold, 1 wood line, and his berries, okay? Forget about the 2nd and 3rd gold out here. It's just gold, wood, berries. He needs to protect that. That's how he's able to get these fast castles in, is if he's able to secure them. So it's actually quite good for Hwang that he has his gold next to his wood, because if he needs to go for a tower, he could always tower both of them. For Ink, his berries are actually forward, and the big thing here is that's probably where Hwang is going to arrive with his drush when he makes it. But take a look at this. Ink has 4 on wood, brought in a boar, now he's going to berries. This is a normal build order. This is very similar to what you'll see from all high-level players. This is just the way it goes. Unless you're Hwang. Unless you're Hwang, then Hwang likes to do things a little bit differently. Something happened with his start because he's now bringing in his 2nd boar already. But what Hwang likes to do is have 5 on wood, and sometimes even 6. And he likes to build his barracks before he builds his mill. So there's a lot of debate on how you fight Hwang. If you watched the show match recently where Metal played Hwang, that's on YouTube by the way, Metal would sometimes Hwang the Hwang, and Metal is such a good player that sometimes he would just try and survive, and once it was in Castle Age, it was obvious just how much faster Metal was. But, you know, it always depends. Personally, I think you have to look at your map first, and then you have to decide. But looking at Ink, you know, he scouted Hwang already. He seems to know where the gold is. He doesn't know that Hwang is chopping wood here. But if I see forward berries, it's always a great spot to hit with some towers. So I'm thinking, you know what? I would probably try Man-at-Arm and Tower. But what's beautiful about this is that since Hwang is already making the barracks, he'll have 3, 4, maybe 5 militia before Ink is in feudal age, so there is a time window for Hwang to do some damage. Now, the reason I said that Hwang is a gift from the AOE2 gods is that he has his distinct style, and to me, it's just so interesting and so much fun to watch. One of these nights, I'm going to have a few drinks, and I'm going to get on and cast some live Hwang games, because it's a lot more fun when you're a little bit intoxicated, trust me. You probably saw the most redrunculous game a month ago. Well, anyways, Hwang has a scout very active at the front of Ink's base, and Ink did see that Hwang was building the barracks a few moments ago. So one of the small things that Ink could do to help himself is to track the militia so he's not surprised by this. But you'll notice Hwang does not have loom, and you'll notice Hwang is continuing to create villagers, and he has made a 4th militia. Now, he sometimes will stop at 4, he adjusts on the fly, but point is, he has 4 militia, and Ink now has 1. And Ink is hoping to not only have 3 or 4 militia of his own, but also upgrade them to man-at-arms, which is 100 food and 40 gold only when he's in the feudal age. So this is why this strategy works, because it puts you under pressure before you're ready to fight. Hwang also deleted that straggler tree with a little palisade trick, so he's going aggressive here, and he stopped at 4 militia guys. Nope, I lied. He's making a 5th right now. Okay, so the last thing that Ink wants to do is fight with his militia now. That would be the worst move. You do not want to fight with your militia. I think you need to wait. I would have made a 4th militia if I were him. But anyways, get men-at-arms. Then you can consider fighting, and you might even need to send your vills as well, because Hwang will have more numbers. So Hwang has faced this so many times, right? Because players know what he's going to do, and a lot of people go men-at-arms nowadays. He's keeping his 5 militia and his scout together. And now Ink has men-at-arms. And the men-at-arms probably can't fight this with 3 to 5. Yeah, okay, he's making a 4th. He's making a 5th. And what I like about Ink's patience here is he hasn't left his berries entirely, so he's still collecting that food. And now Hwang needs a bit of patience, and Hwang needs to decide what he will do here. Not only does Ink's scout get extra attack, but the men-at-arms are stronger. Oh, but Hwang has made some more militia. He's made 2 more militia. Now all Hwang's trying to do is buy himself time so he can get to Castle Age. He's pumping out militia, but the reinforcements are being cut off. So this is perfect for Ink. And now Ink is going forward with 5 villagers. So everything's looking very good for Ink now. He got the first kill. He'll have 6 men-at-arms in total if he gets the units together. He's getting some nice free hits. And now Hwang, since he created so many, is in a situation where he either creates more or he tries to get to feudal, but he doesn't have the resources for feudal, so what will he do? He's gonna create more militia, he has 9 of them, and he's gonna fight, baby! He's gonna fight the men-at-arms, and he's gonna fight the villagers. And with pure numbers, Hwang has done okay at the start. Not great, but he's done okay. He doesn't have a positive KD, but what he will stop is Ink massing more men-at-arms, and what he will also do is he'll stop Ink from getting any towers up. And look at the villager count, it's 32 for Hwang and 20 for Ink. And Hwang still doesn't have the resources to cook up. I love Hwang games so much. I love Hwang. Hwang is one of my favorite players. But, you know, Ink's in feudal age, right? So he could make an archery range. He could start making some archers. His economy's kind of weak, but he could do that. He has sent 2 more men-at-arms forward. He could maybe send a 3rd. He's really struggling for resources. Yeah, Hwang sees the units coming forward again, and towers are no bueno, so he's going to send the vills out. And now Ink is realizing, oh, okay, let's not try a tower. Let's go for a few archers. All the while, Hwang is creating more militia. He went from 4 to like a dozen militia right away. I think now he realizes he has that time to click up to feudal himself, though. I stopped creation of them. Even built an outpost here. Okay. He's fighting this man-at-arm with his own arms. These villagers and militia are doing work over here, and Hwang, you have ventured too far forward, my friend. Speed is not Hwang's specialty. But you know what? He ended up killing the man-at-arm, and he's running back home. He's about to click up. He's getting really close. Now Ink, I guess he didn't have the gold to make archers, so he's making a few skirms. Yeah, he does have villagers on gold at home. But it's really deceiving, because you hit feudal age and you figure, okay, I'm going to smash him. But he fights with so many units that he ends up doing okay. Here again, he just took some precious HP off of Ink's units. I still need to wait 2 minutes until Hwang is even in feudal age. That will be after the 18-minute mark in game. And if I were him, I would try and snipe that last one. Nice, and then run away. He's sending villagers forward again. See, he can't build defensive towers. Ink wants a tower here. Hwang cannot build defensive towers. Now Hwang will send more villagers out. There's an archer, there's 2 skirmishers, a spearman, and a man-at-arm. And villagers. Let me tell you guys, if you don't play this game, if you just watch, it is so tough to judge these things. With me, I feel like when I send vills out to fight, I end up losing fights. I end up losing the villagers, but he won that first fight earlier. Okay, now he needs to decide on, does he build a tower here, or does he not build a tower here? Okay, he does build the tower here, and Ink will get his up. But guys, you know that waiting period that Hwang had to get to feudal age? He's going to have another waiting period to get to castle age. Because he always fast castles off these crazy things. Fortunate not to lose a villager. But he's going with archer range, market. Once those buildings are completed, he'll have the buildings he needs to click up. But, can he keep Ink out? See, Ink, he's kind of in full swing of the production now. I don't necessarily think that more forward villagers is needed, but he has archers with fletching. He's looking to tower these walls and break through. He'll even deny the blacksmith at this rate. So that blacksmith will probably not be completed at all. And Hwang, he's going to go Dave-style market abuse and start buying resources and click up. He also bought some stone so he can maybe tower here. But this is about to get a whole lot crazier for Hwang. Good pressure from Ink, and he's still producing archers, he's still producing man-at-arms. I like it because he knows what Hwang is up to. Specifically, the castle age is what he's up to. Or he's on his way up to. Oh, the palisade gates from Hwang. Nice stuff. But I just don't see this working. Ink can run right by. Ink can run right by. This is scary stuff. It's Monsters, Inc. now. Great movie, by the way. Oh, shoot the villager, Inc. God. A panic tower for Hwang. What did I say earlier? A tower between the golds and the wood lines. Another villager goes down for him. But I don't think that the military from Ink can stay here anymore. That's the good thing. Now, we're not at the point where it would make a lot of sense yet. But what Hwang likes to do is send a villager forward. Might send the villager over here. Might send the villager over here. He really likes to go forward with a sneak. Look at this economy for him. He's going to reach castle age, but he won't have much at all. A few skirmishers are okay, but I think if he would choose any military unit, it would have to be a few knights. Typically what he does is a few knights, and then he'll sneak a villager to build the siege workshop and hit the opponent's base. Hwang might make some cav archers out of this range, but these farms are disgusting. And I think what Ink needs to do now is what he is doing. Try and get to the other side here. Try and get tower up on the wood line. It's kind of a bummer though, because he's all in feudal age, right? He doesn't have the resources to go castle age. But if he sends spears forward, and he's sending a spear forward, and towers and towers and towers and towers, the knights don't have many upgrades, the skirmishers don't have any upgrades. So there's really not much that Hwang can do to stop these towers from pushing in right now. This is how you have to play against Hwang. You have to play aggressive. I think if the fight is taken correctly... Okay, where's the spear? Yeah, if the fight's taken correctly, Hwang will lose both of his knights. So, my only criticism of Ink, who's a very, very good player, is that he's almost sent too many vills forward. He now has 7. I think 5 is fine, because you can only fit 5 villagers inside each tower. And beyond that, I mean, he's sending spears forwards, that's good. Just has to be careful, because it's 3 knights now from Hwang. Now the tower will shoot the knights, the spearman's in there, Hwang focuses the spear down first, and all of a sudden you're realizing Hwang might just hold on. But eventually these knights will die, right? Yeah, that knight's gonna die, good night. And then another tower will come up and the towers could continue to creep in. Hwang is actually making a monastery, so he can heal his knights, I believe. Here it is! How did he... What? I think he went this way. Yeah, he walled with these vills and is now sending them somewhere. They ran into 2 wolves. Ink has what, 3 spears? Yeah, 3 spears is definitely enough. to assist this tower. Archers and spears, and it's got to be more towers. But Ink, be careful. Ink, be careful, my friend. Get your spears here. The tower's helping. These villagers are weak building this tower. This is why I'm worried for him. Oh, and Hwang microed the weak knight away. Did you see that? The plays. And he ran in to snipe a vill and another villager. That was sick stuff there. That brings us to 34 kills and 34 deaths, guys. Hwang had to rebuild a blacksmith. He has the armor now on the knights. Ink's tower push has been kind of slow. It's been kind of slow. And this is a ballsy tower because this tower is not protecting it. I think he needs to go for the passive tower here instead. Oh, there's 5 knights from Hwang. 5 knights from Hwang with the armor upgrade. And he gets to the top of the hill. That's a great fight for him to take. Yeah, Ink, I think he overextended himself a few too many times now, and the life is getting hard. Life is getting real rough for him. And, here it is. I swear to God, if you ever play Hwang, just leave your starting scout on patrol on the side of your base. Alright? That's my advice for you guys. Because this is what he does. Monastery Siege Workshop forward. Notice how there's not a big difference with the vill counts at all. He only has 2 more. He barely has working farms. He's 1 working farm. It's just Hwang Eco. He just uses the market. Ink is still in this game. I'd consider him behind, but he's still in this game. Oh, wow, and Hwang wants to fight this one. He does go in and fight it. Armor's going to make a huge, huge difference. Yeah, that's a good fight. This is kind of a good fight for him. Ink needs another tower. Another tower? Just creep your way in. This is Hwang's whole eco. Maybe that's why Hwang wanted to force the fight. Some of these knights are a bit weak. Oh, but the start to the engagement is great for Hwang. Half of Ink's spearmen weren't even engaging. And also Hwang is using the monks against either spears or villagers or both. Great cleanup from him. And 43 population for Hwang and 46 for Ink. Ink has no clue. Ink has no clue. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. What's in here? Wow, look at the production, man. He made a forward stable for a single knight, I imagine. Will be 3 Mangonels and 3 monks soon. He loves his gold. He is scared of this, though. He's making a defensive siege workshop. Probably could have done that before, but he's done a great job. I like how he keeps running in and out, in and out, in and out, and stopping Ink from building the towers. Keep in mind, there's a 300 rating difference between these two. Freaking love Hwang, man. I love his games. They're so interesting. What other player at this level survives on 1 farm economy? No one. That's the answer. And now this is Ink's point of view. He's about to buy his way to Castle Age, so he's feeling like he still has a chance. Surprise! Ink laughs with the 11 taunt. He's like, uh-oh. What do I do now? Oh, and he also doesn't have wood for a lumber camp. 2 more villagers die. The knight comes forward. Hwang's very weak villager, the villager which ran into wolves, is here to repair the mangoes. And Hwang converts a spearman, kills a spearman, and, you know, this is a worry for him. It definitely is. But he already has 2 Mangonels on the front, and there's no way Ink can go Castle Age. So, Ink taps out and calls the GG. Final populations are 53 for Hwang and 46 for Ink. I love Hwang. I'm not sure if you guys do. Let me know in the comments, but I can't wait to see more of him. I almost need to make another Legend of Hwang video just so I can show you guys how he adapts. Because in situations where, let's say Ink tried to do the same thing as Hwang did, and he makes 5, 6, 7 militia, and just keeps tied with him in numbers, and then Ink says, okay, I'm fully walled, I'm going Castle Age, Hwang will go up around the same time and come forward and tower you if he realizes you're giving up map control, if he realizes you don't have defense. So he's not always the guy that's on the back foot. It's just that normally what people do against him is they're aggressive. But I remember a game between Metal and Hwang. It was not in the show match, I did not cast it, but Metal made 3 militia and Hwang made 5. Hwang realized that Metal must have been on his way to feudal age. Metal had walled in his gold to keep it protected from the militia. Hwang just went forward and towered him. Like, he adapts really well, and sometimes he goes CA, sometimes he goes Knights. I mean, the theme is always forward sneak, but it's amazing stuff. I really think that his style is almost underrated because it's so strong, and yet we're all thinking, oh, it's one farm eco, it can't be that good. The original Legend of Hwang video had Slam vs. Hwang, and I recall that the game was really close and really technical, so he's got some skills to pay the bills. 50 kills for Hwang and 40 deaths for Ink. Could have been better for Ink, obviously, but I think he played well, and I think he had the right idea to go forward. Hwang barely held on at times. 4,700 food, 5,700 wood, and 4,300 gold. He led in every category, economically speaking, except for stone. And that's pretty much it. There's not much else to look at after a Hwang game. So hope you guys enjoyed. Yet again, if you'd like to see me play Hwang in the future, let me know. I'll consider doing that. He is much better than Noboru is. I have a winning record versus Noboru, but Hwang, I think I've played him 5 or 6 times over the past year, and I've never won a game. But I could still show you just what it looks like from a player point of view and how much of a struggle it can be. I love you guys. See you all in the next video. T90 salute, and have a good one.